with your background, with your training, someone who's listening or watching today, they're lacking in confidence. Maybe they're dealing with a lot of self-doubt right now, and it's kind of in line with what we've just been talking about. But how can we, in a healthy way, build our confidence?
Okay, so I take people on like serious deep dive retreats on a regular basis. Okay. And this is not like seminar stuff. We're doing, we have guided kind of journeys and things like that down in Mexico. And it is a profound transformation. But over my 30,000 hours of doing this work and talking to people my whole life, the number one thing that every human being is carrying is a failure to forgive themselves.
Wow.
Number one. And they're like, oh, I'm lacking confidence, or oh, I don't have enough discipline, or oh, I don't feel like I'm the right person that can go into this meeting, or I'm gonna crumble. It starts with dropping that backpack and being delusionally, wildly, ridiculously self-forgiving. And that's the number one thing. And I will venture to say confidence is never, ever, ever something you're going to learn about and like learn some skills to build confidence. When you were 4 years old, you were absolutely confident.
Right.
So it's built in. It's still there. What is preventing confidence from really shining through is this wrapping paper that we started learning. Like we're in second grade. Like I was in second grade, I wore a pink shirt and someone called me a derogatory word that you can't say now. I put a little piece of wrapping paper on that part of myself, and then a little more wrapping paper, a little more wrapping paper. The confidence is there, and it's not about learning new tactics and tricks. It's about what needs to be stripped away. You were already confident before in an unlimited capacity, and you were confident in a way that you never thought about hierarchy and status.
Hey, I'll get you right back to the conversation, but when you're chasing your dreams, I don't want you to let a bad night's sleep hold you back. Avocado Green Mattress has customizable options based on your sleep style, and they make their mattresses with certified organic materials for clean, breathable comfort that helps you stay cooler and sleep deeper through the night so that you can wake up rested and show up ready to win the day. Head to avocadogreenmattress.com/Ken for $50 off with the code KEN50. Avocado. Dream of better. I'll share this. I don't know if there's a correlation. I'll let you decide. But I was just giving a talk last week and I shared a story about NASA hiring a guy by the name of George Land. He was a social scientist. And NASA hired Land to study genius in kids because NASA was trying to figure out how do we identify genius so that we could eventually get them to work for us. That's the quick setup. And so he went and studied all these kids and he found that 96% of 5-year-olds tested out as geniuses. But the number dropped into the 30s, low 30s, when they got to the age of 10. And then they tested a group of 250-some thousand people that were average age 31, and it was like single digit that registered as geniuses. And I'm only sharing that because when I thought what you just said was so profound that we are hardwired by the Creator with boundless wonder. And that speaks to George Land's study. These kids were just so imaginative because their wonder muscle, for lack of a better phrase, is off the charts. And so as the curiosity and imagination gets beat out of us, the genius gets taken away from us. That was the whole point, and I was setting up a completely different talk. But I just made me think when you said that a 4-year-old is super confident, you're right, because they just don't have any damaging narratives at all. I thought that was so profound. Do you see a correlation between that study and what you just said?
I do. And if we go back to that same thing that we were talking about, is that fear of social judgment is what makes us start putting that mask on. And that mask is typically, I'm going to keep putting it on, but there's going to come a time, maybe I'm 6, maybe I'm 7, but it feels, I still feel a little uncomfortable behind the mask. So to make it feel a little better, I'll judge someone for doing something that I'm hiding behind my mask. And I'll judge them for it. So I think a lot of judgment comes from witnessing people do something that we do a better job of hiding.